forgive us. Save the people, save their souls. Save my father, save my mother. Save the people, save their souls.
Soul is something that's universal, and it's something that's very human, something that connects us all.
This album was Dara's second recording, and it was apparent from when we first began that we were in for a bit of a different ride. I think that in the sense of jazz being the music with no limits, this is very much a modern jazz record.
My heart is sad and lonely. For you I'd cry.
I think you have three distinct elements featured here. We cover the Tin Pan Alley from Body and Soul, all the way up to Material Mind from more modern eras, Tracy Chapman, Sade, also Dara's originals.
I loved being able to include some original music on this project, a song that I wrote called The Space that fortunately we were able to get Charlie Hunter to come in and participate in.
Could I find you in this partly cloudy June? I look to see
Partly Cloudy, a song I wrote a few years ago, more of a jazz-themed song, but you know, this is the first time I've been able to include original music on a project, so I'm really excited about that.
Call it.
Stronger than pride.
I won't pretend that I intend to stop living.
We had the interesting and distinct privilege to rework and rearrange some tunes that were outside of the Great American Songbook, but are representative of some things that people feel now. Sade, Stronger Than Pride.
I still really, really love you. Love is stronger than pride. Oh, my mama told me.
All You Have Is Your Soul, a Tracy Chapman tune that was new to me, and it's something that Dara had the opportunity to bring in.
So soul is the unifying element that connects all of the songs that we decided to include. So hopefully that's what the listener will receive, no matter if you're listening to the first track. It's a Tracy Chapman cover.
So that you have is your soul.
There's Mahalia Jackson's tune, the great gospel standard, Move On Up a Little Higher.
Soon as my feet strike Zion, gonna lay down my heavy burdens.
We've actually road tested that in a church and got the same response that we hope that we'll get from the people. A reverent rendering, but a fun exploration of one of Mahalia's classic lines.
Old man Daniel, gonna move on up a little higher. I'm gonna meet with the Hebrew children. I'm gonna move on up a little higher. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
Well, the great thing about Pure Imagination is, you know, I've performed it for years, one of our pianists, Paul Horton, who's also heard on this album, he decided to put it in 5/4 time. You know, thankfully I was at the point of comfort where I could just do it as a duet between myself and pianist Mason Embry. And the really cool thing was that Mason and I both shared a love for this song. It's one of his favorite songs, which I didn't find out until after we recorded it. But I think the joy really came through for both of us. We had a great time recording it. We put the arrangement together on the spot in the studio, and I trust Mason completely.
That compares with your imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be.
The song has such richness and such beauty and depth that you may not expect maybe from a song from a children's film, but it's enduring, and it's always one of my favorites to perform. Save Their Souls. It's a remake of a 1973 Hamilton Bohannon song. That's been sampled by Jay-Z and others, but as far as I know, it's never been fully remade, and so we were able to leave it intact and kind of update it and just get inspiration in the studio and make it our own. For me, this is my interpretation of what a soul album is, and no matter what kind of music that I sing, I have a love for the standards, I have a love for singer-songwriter music and gospel music, but no matter what I sing, hopefully what you're going to hear come through is that soulful element.
Soul Said Yes to me is basically the affirmation of the human sound and how that can transfer across maybe different styles, all unified by improvising and by melody and by rhythm and by spirit and by groove. It's the human sound translated. That's Soul Said Yes.
Soul said yes.